XRP maintains bullish run with nearly 80% rally, is $1 within reach. We have created a Telegram group to provide you with the latest updates on upcoming airdrops, pre-sales, and instant cryptocurrency news. Join our Telegram group using the link provided in the description section. Additionally, you can take advantage of the MEXC stock market link to engage in spot transactions, buying and selling cryptocurrencies with zero commission. XRP has undergone a remarkable price upsurge, surging to more than 80 cents and witnessing an impressive 77% increase over the past 7 days in trading activity. This surge was predominantly triggered by Ripple's partial victory against the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. In the court ruling, a judge acknowledged that Ripple's institutional sales could be considered securities. However, it's important to note that not all other sales were classified similarly. This ruling is widely perceived as a significant victory for Ripple Labs and its digital token. Currently, XRP is edging closer to a crucial resistance level at 85 cents, signaling a solid buying pressure prevailing in the market. This optimistic trend bodes well for Ripple's medium-term prospects, suggesting favorable times for the digital token. XRP price surge and market cap inflow post-Ripple versus SEC data from crypto market tracker CoinMarketCap shows that XRP is trading at $0.8368, with an impressive 5% increase observed within the last 24 hours. Over the past 7 days, the crypto has experienced a substantial surge of a little over 77%. This remarkable growth has coincided with an inflow of more than $16 billion to XRP's market capitalization. Notably, the market cap has risen from $25 billion on July 12 to its current value of $44 billion, with a significant portion of this increase occurring shortly after the outcome of the RippleSec court case. Despite the remarkable surge, XRP faces a formidable resistance zone at 85 cents. This region is characterized by high selling pressure and increased supply, making it challenging for the digital currency to breach this level. Nevertheless, the market sentiment among traders remains bullish, which enhances the probability of XRP breaking through the resistance region. XRP to break $1 threshold? It is essential to exercise caution and consider historical patterns when analyzing price movements. Typically, after significant upward trends, crypto assets tend to undergo a consolidation or correction phase, and XRP is no exception. Therefore, it is likely that the price will enter a short-term correction phase, accompanied by higher volatility and pullback periods, before the next notable upward movement occurs. Considering the bullish momentum fueled by the positive outcome in the SEC lawsuit, XRP has a promising opportunity to surpass the highly anticipated $1 price threshold. The favorable court ruling and the subsequent surge in price and market capitalization have significantly boosted confidence among investors and traders. If this momentum continues, it could lead to further gains for XRP in the coming days or weeks. XRP moving above cloud resistance is bullish precedent for Bitcoin, analyst. Payments-focused XRP has set a bullish precedent for market leader Bitcoin, with a move above key price resistance that has opened doors for a sustained rally. XRP surged nearly 60% last week, registering its best performance since August 2021. The rally saw prices move convincingly above a technical analysis indicator called Ichimoku Cloud on the weekly chart, confirming a bullish breakout. Bitcoin is yet to achieve that feat. We view XRP's cloud breakout as a good example for Bitcoin, founder and managing partner at Fairlead Strategies said in a note to clients. The Ichimoku Cloud, a technical analysis indicator created by Japanese journalist Goichi Hosoda in the late 1960s, is widely used by traders and analysts to identify support and resistance levels and gauge trend changes. The indicator comprises 5 lines based on the price's moving averages: leading span A, leading span B, conversion line or Tenkan-sen, T, baseline or Kijun-sen, K, and a lagging closing price line. The spread between the leading span A and the leading span B represents the cloud. Crossovers above or below the cloud are widely taken to represent bullish or bearish trend change. XRP has established a foothold above the Ichimoku Cloud, while Bitcoin remains locked in a narrow range below the cloud resistance upper end. The token's breakout follows a year-long consolidation or basing pattern and suggests more gains ahead. The move is meaningful on the chart because it resolves a year-long basing process higher. Intermediate-term momentum is positive and there are, surprisingly, no signs of upside exhaustion, supporting upside follow-through, with next resistance near 92 cents, Stockton noted. A similar bullish outlook awaits Bitcoin on the higher side of the Ichimoku Cloud, with the next resistance level at $31,900. At press time, XRP changed hands at 83 cents, while Bitcoin traded near $30,000. First mover Asia, XRP, XLM climb while Bitcoin trudges below $30,000. Good morning. Here's what's happening. Prices, XRP, XLM have a day in the spotlight. Bitcoin loses $30,000. Insights, Ripple's partial victory left key questions unsettled. Preston Byrne told CoinDesk TV that lawmakers need to create a legal regime that accounts for digital assets' unique characteristics. The need for a crypto-specific legal regime, a U.S. federal court's decision last Thursday, may have offered Ripple a partial win in its ongoing court case against the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. But the ruling failed to clarify fundamental issues that would allow Ripple and other crypto organizations with tokens to operate on more solid ground. Preston Byrne, a partner at the law firm Brown Rudnick, told CoinDesk TV's First Mover program on Wednesday. Byrne said the ruling had surprised some lawyers by veering from more than 70 years of precedent following the Howey decision, which determines whether a transaction is a security. Regulators have wrestled with if and how the so-called Howey test should apply to digital assets. The problem isn't that the decision provides certainty for Ripple in this particular litigation, Byrne said. The reason there's uncertainty is because this court has now ruled differently than everyone expected it to, based on 70 to 80 years of precedent. Byrne added, so as a consequence, you can't be sure where you stand in the United States. Some issuers are going to make the decision to proceed where perhaps they shouldn't, and other companies that might wish to proceed, if they had a better regulatory regime, for example, in the United Kingdom or Europe, which provide a degree of certainty over regulatory treatment of tokens, may not so. The U.S. District Court of the Southern District of New York ruled that the sale of Ripple's XRP tokens on exchanges and through algorithms did not constitute investment contracts. But the court decided less favorably to Ripple that the institutional sale of the tokens violated federal securities laws. Byrne said that crypto isn't a security in the traditional sense, noting its self-sovereign nature, and that people spend it in applications which provide useful software. And he suggested that the U.S. Congress should create regulation that considers these unique characteristics. We need a legal regime that recognizes that, while also providing enhanced protections for investors, such as regulation of financial promotions and disclosures by issuers, without shoehorning it, crypto, into a securities regime, Byrne said. He continued, we need a regime which is made for crypto. Back in the game, Ripple joins $54 million funding round for metaverse startup. Ripple has been mostly preoccupied with its lawsuit with the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. However, with a partially favorable ruling from Judge Annalisa Torres last week stating that XRP tokens sold on the secondary market are not securities, the crypto firm has turned its attention to other things. This time around, Ripple has dipped its toes into the metaverse sector, joining a massive funding round for Futureverse. Ripple joins $54 million funding round for Futureverse on Tuesday. Bloomberg reported that Futureverse, a metaverse startup, had raised a total of $54 million. The company completed the series of funding round, although at an undisclosed valuation. But the interesting part of the raise was the parties involved. The raise was led by 10T Holdings, a crypto investment firm. However, the funding round seems to have managed to draw the attention of Ripple Labs as well. The raise is also significant in the fact that it took place at a time when crypto-related companies are seeing a decline in funding. Interestingly, the Futureverse startup is a combination of other startups. According to the Bloomberg report, Futureverse is actually a combination of 11 startups that span across different industries. These include metaverse, gaming, and artificial intelligence, AI, among others. Nevertheless, most of Futureverse's products so far seem to be combining metaverse, gaming, and AI. The startup currently has a football, soccer, game that can be played on mobile called AI League that has also been licensed by FIFA. Its next Gammon product is said to be a boxing game leveraging the power of AI. A return fueled by positive sentiment. Ripple has regained its foothold in the crypto industry, following the court's ruling against the SEC last week. With this, both the company and its native token, XRP, have experienced renewed vigor in the market. One example is Ripple looking to leverage real-world assets, which it expects to reach a $30 trillion market cap in the next decade. Following the ruling as well, the price of XRP jumped by over 60%, bringing the digital asset to its highest level since December 2021. Since then, XRP has continued on a bullish streak, surpassing Bitcoin in terms of average weekly volume, and emerging as one of the top performers in the space. Presently, the price of XRP is sitting at $0.791, representing a 4.92% increase in the last 24 hours. On the 7-day chart, The cryptocurrency is seeing gains of 67%, and is now the fourth largest cryptocurrency with its market cap resting at $41.5 billion. We have created a Telegram group to provide you with the latest updates on upcoming airdrops, pre-sales, and instant cryptocurrency news. Join our Telegram group using the link provided in the description section. Additionally, you can take advantage of the MEXC stock market link to engage in spot transactions, buying and selling cryptocurrencies with zero commission. XRP maintains bullish run with nearly 80% rally, is $1 within reach.